Good day, ma'am. I'm Jessa Masula, and here's my Chapter 13 Labor Law Report. So, what is labor law? Labor law, also known as employment law, is a critical field that governs the rights and duties between employers and workers. It is designed to mediate the relationship between employees, employer, trade unions, and the government. Comprehensive labor legislation ensure that workplaces are fair, equitable, and safe, promoting both individual welfare and economic efficiency. So, the primary purpose of labor law is to equip both employees and employers with a framework that manage their relationship, addressing issues such as wages, working hours, workplace safety, discrimination, and the right to organize and negotiate collectively. This body of law balances the bargaining power between employers, who typically hold more power, and workers, who might be vulnerable to exploitation without legal protections. So, historically, labor law has evolved to adapt to changing social, economic, and political contexts. Initially, labor laws were developed in response to the harsh conditions of industrial revolution, when there was a significant need to protect workers from exploitative labor practices. Today, labor laws continue to evolve, incorporating contemporary issues like gig economy workers' rights, remote worker regulation, and workplace harassment and discrimination law. In essence, labor law serves not only as a protective shield for workers but also as a guide for employers, ensuring that business operate within a framework that respects the dignity and rights of their employees. This balance is crucial for fostering productive relationships, enhancing workplace productivity, and contributing to overall economic growth. Here's the learning objectives. First, let's enumerate the classification of employees, their benefits and privileges, and policies affecting them. Second, let's identify some best practices in handling human resources in tourism establishment. Third, let's identify the procedures in handling sexual harassment in the workplace. And lastly, let's explain the rights of workers employed in tourism establishments. So, here are some classification of employees, their benefits, privileges, and policies affecting them. First, let's classify the employees or the classification of employees. Permanent or the regular employees typically enjoy full employment benefits, job security, and are often subject to company policies regarding long-term employment. Second, contractual temporary employees employed for a specific period of project benefits are usually limited and contingent on the terms of the contract. Lastly, part-time employees work a few hours than full-time employees with benefit proportionate to their hours. Second, let's tackle the benefits and privileges. So, we have health insurance, coverage that may include medical, dental, and vision care, retirement plans, or in the Philippines we have SS, contribution to pension schemes or retirement funds. So, third, paid off time includes vacation days, holidays, sick leave, and personal leave. Employee discount, reduced price on service or products offered by the employer, especially relevant in tourism such as discount on travel, accommodation, and leisure activities. And lastly, let's tackle the policies affecting employees. Workplace safety. Ensure a safe working environment compliant with legal standards. Code of conduct. Guidelines that outline expected behavior and responsibilities. Equality in non-discrimination policies. Ensuring all employees are treated equally regardless of gender, race, religion, and etc. So, And now let's move on identifying some best practices in handling human resource and tourism establishment. We have diverse and inclusive hiring practices, encourages the broad spectrum of ideas and experience enhancing customer service and employee satisfaction. Regular training and development keeps staff updated in the latest industry standard technologies and customer service practices. Employee engagement and satisfaction surveys regularly gauges employees' moral and satisfaction to reduce turnover rates. Transparent communication, regular updates about company health changes and opportunities, fostering a culture of openness. Let's tackle the rights of worker employed in tourism establishment. So we have right to fair compensation, receive wages that comply with national and regional minimum wages law. Right to a safe workplace, work in an environment free from hazardous conditions. Right to non-discrimination, be free from discrimination based on age, gender, race, religion, or any other protected status. Right to privacy, have their personal information protected and confidentiality. Right to organize and collective bargain. Form or join unions and engage in a collective bargain for better terms of employment. Woods, part of the learning objective is identifying the procedure in handling sexual harassment in the workplace. Clear sexual harassment policy. Establish a zero tolerance policy toward sexual harassment clearly outlined in the employee handbooks. Training and awareness program. Educate employees on what constitutes sexual harassment and the harms associated with it. Reporting mechanism. Provide secure and confidential channels for victims to report harassment. Investigation procedures. Ensure prompt and throughout investigation are carried out impartially. Protect against retaliation. Safeguard those who report harassment from any form of retaliation. And lastly, corrective action. Enforce disciplinary measures against offenders based on the severity of the misconduct. So, addressing these areas effectively can help ensure that human resources management and tourism establishment not only complies with legal standards but also promotes supportive and productive work environment for the employees. So that's all for my report and thank you for listening.